Good afternoon and welcome to the Merrimack Oval, the home of the Broadbeach Cats. The senior grand final for 1991 about to get underway. The left-hand side. Well, we're just waiting for the see who's going which way and who's won the toss. Labrador Tigers meeting Palm Beach Currumbin Lions in the senior grand final, and play about to get underway. Now for the Labrador Tigers, Trevor Crowley is the captain in 1 for Labrador, Peter Goggin in 2, Chris Kelly in 3, Rod Hall in 4, Gavin Fowle in 7, Rowan Wright 8, Pat Christoffel in 12, Dean Cullen in 13, Wayne Gerrard in 15, Rod Brown in 19, Mick Kenny 20, Dale Lawrence 21, Murray Osmond 22, Cameron Pill 23, Leon Jones 28, Danny Newman 29. Well, there's a big hit already from Palm Beach Currumbin. Gary Brewster in 30, Mark Steele 31, Anthony Barry 27, Simon Windsor in 38. The coach of the Labrador Tigers, Neville Fields. Now the free going to Palm Beach Currumbin. Having a look at their lineup, in 16 is Tony Bates, in 13 Tony Berry, Damien Cashman in 44, Scott Connolly 6, Tim Deacon in 37, and there's first points on the board. First points on the board, and that's a goal to Labrador, and they lead by 6 points to 0 over Palm Beach Currumbin. It's going back to the Palm Beach side. Tim Deacon in 37, Mick Ferguson in 8, Mark Fisher in 9, Peter Goody 4, Joey Gorman 23, Rex Grant 12, Nathan Howard 17, Jeff James 14, Greg Juniper 22, Scott Lawson Fortin is 41, Chris Lovell 10, Rob Maloney in 2, Graham Manning 21, Mick Warden in 24, David Whitwer in 7, and Chris Wright in 5. And already we see Labrador on the attack. They lead by 1 goal, no behind 6. Palm Beach Currumbin yet to score, and we just see another goal, and it is a behind. Labrador 7 lead Palm Beach Currumbin yet to score. The A grade grand final, the senior grand final for 1991, played here at the Merrimack Oval.
He used to be on 4BC, so grab it.
No, Bruce can, you go in, won't you, Bruce?
He doesn't.
Well, the ball high in the air. Dave Moran, is it? Yeah. Dave Moran with us at the moment. Thanks very much, Dave. Some comments throughout the game from you this afternoon, and Palm Beach Currumbin with the free.
I think this afternoon you're going to see quite a good match, a very close one.
Dave, how do you see the two teams? I think they've only they've played 4 times, been 2 all. Is that right?
Yes, I think that's right. I think that Palm Beach might have the upper edge on the game. With them finishing the minor premiership this year and having the rest last week, I think this might play a major part in today's game. If Palm Beach can hold Gavin Folan, I think they might have it won. But if Folan fires, I think got to help Palm Beach.
Well, there's plenty of fighting spirit in the Tigers from Labrador. They won't go down without a fight. And as you said, the week rest for Palm Beach may be an advantage. Although the hard game too for Labrador may have just brought them to peak of condition for this grand final.
Yeah, I think the ground, the size of the ground here at Merrimack, will play a big part in it.
Well, it's certainly a big ground, and I'll be the end of the 4th quarter. There'll be some very tired men out there.
Yes.
And there's another behind
the Labrador.
1 goal, 2 behind 8.
Yep, I think... No, that was not. That was a goal.
A goal.
So it's 2-2 to Palm Beach Currumbin nothing. So this win might play a bit of a part if they can get a fairly decent score on the board before the first break.
Dave, the danger man for Palm Beach, who are they mostly watching at Labrador?
Well, it's hard to say. Overall, both sides have got their danger men, but I'd be keeping an eye in the centre on Scotty Lawton.
Kevin Folan a worry?
Yeah, I think it is. He is. If they can deliver the ball right to him, he'll kick goals.
And for the Palm Beach Currumbin lineup, well, the danger men there.
It's hard to say. Timmy Deacon, he's a proven footballer that he can certainly kick goals, and which he's done all year for them. And that's Goody. I think if you keep an eye on him, if he fires, I think overall both sides have got two classy footballers, and I think that it'll be every point or goal that's kicked will make it game of it. But I think if Labrador will just keep on pushing the ball down to their forward line.
Palm Beach, there's no really outstanding individuals. They play together as a club, and when you haven't got that one or two standing out and they're all working together, it makes it difficult for the opposing side to single someone out to mark.
Yeah.
And just coming through there was, just trying to pick that up, might have been Goody, was it?
Yeah, Goody.
Yeah, it was Goody for Palm Beach. And as we saw last year, he was firing right to the end, Goody. And he's a great club man too.
Yeah, he's been around the Palm Beach Currumbin Football Club for many years. I remember him saying he was going to retire a couple of years ago, but kept coming back last year and again this year. Well, will this be his final year? Time will tell.
Well, Labrador working deep, but the mark taken by Palm Beach Currumbin.
Chris Lovell.
It's a chance for Labrador. Coming through to gain possession.
Rob Maloney, and he's just handballed off to McGregor. No, not McGregor, Manson there. It's
the bounce favouring Palm Beach.
But Labrador are attacking well at the moment and trying to do every possession and get it down to their forward line.
Neville Fields coaching Labrador, and yes. Bruce Williams, the coach of the Palm Beach Currumbin
both former VFL, AFL footballers. Bruce Williams with Carlton brought Palm Beach Currumbin to a premiership in 1985 and went back again in 1987 and again in 1990. Will it be Palm Beach year or will it be Labrador's?
Well, it's only early to stage, yes, Dave. 2 goals, 2 behind to Labrador, leading Palm Beach Currumbin 14-0. The opening stand for playing this 1991 grand final. The Broadbeach Club here, the Broadbeach Cats, the club, have done a great job to prepare the ground and the
yes,
surrounding grand final.
And it's Mark Ryan in the goal square for Gavin Folan. It's a terrific mark. Yes, and I think there's a bit of disturbance down in the forward line of the players, and now the umpires are going down the forward line to sort it out.
Rod Hall was one of those players in there.
Yes, number 4, Rod Hall.
Scott Lawton, I think, trying to break things up for Palm Beach Currumbin.
A terrific footballer, Scotty Lawton, a former Bears reserve player. And yes, that's right, Labrador's just dobbed another goal. So that makes Labrador now 3 goals, 2 to Palm Beach and nothing.
A little bit of a scuffle on there in goal. Nothing coming out of it. 3 goals to 20 Palm Beach yet to score. Yes, the Broadbeach Club have done a tremendous job here, and a big crowd here this afternoon to witness this, what should be a very tight game between these two top sides.
I think Simon and his committee of the Broadbeach Football Club should be congratulated on the terrific ground preparation. Because during the week it was bit of connoisseur over the ground condition, but I think Simon has worked very hard.
He's done a tremendous job, and Max McDonald here with us at the moment. Max, I'd like to make a few comments on behalf of the Gold Coast Australian Football League. And a job well done by your administration and by the club, and
Well, Ken, as far as the league is concerned, this is the first ever as far as Broadbeach hosting the grand final, and I think they've done an extremely good job today. The working situation around here, it's been a great team effort through Simon, Littlechild, and there's many people like Jan and Maureen and David and just names that I'm giving you at the moment, but they've set this up extremely well today. They are to be congratulated. The league is extremely happy in the way they've done things for this grand final for 91.
Max, also you gave credit to the Labrador side at the completion of the reserve grade grand final. Not one of the players left the field, and it's great to see.
Well, I think that showed true sportsmanship. That to me goes down as a big plus as far as Labrador is concerned. Not one of those players or officials left the ground.
And Dave, what's happening at the moment? Where are we?
Well, Palm Beach is just marked in the centre of the ground. Scott Connolly has just kicked the ball up to the forward line, and a nice mark by Nathan Howard. Nice kick for Nathan, right up to the forward line, and Tim Deacon has marked the ball right in front of the goal square, and a great mark by Timmy Deacon. No.
It's a free kick. It's a free
No,
kick.
it's been taken off Palm Beach Currumbin. I don't know if you can see why. He did push him out, I've been told.
All the game.
And then they're starting, Labrador's starting to move the ball down straight to their forward line. And Dale Lawrence.
Nice
and
handball there.
Nice handball by Dale. And there's another behind. So now that's
3 goals.
Labrador 3 goals, 21 to Palm Beach yet to score.
Max, I heard a few people saying that Palm Beach Currumbin to go into this game as favourites, but there's a big fighting spirit at Labrador, and they're not going to take any notice of that. They'll be in there with all boots and all trying to take this one out.
I think you find that Labrador over the past few years have been the bridesmaid. But there's a lot of spirit there. As far as Palm Beach Currumbin is concerned, they've taken all before them this year. They were club champions. They won the minor premiership. They won the Lightning premiership, so they've only got one more to complete. They're a very good balanced side, but I thought the last couple of weeks, certainly Labrador seemed to be getting it together a little bit. I predict a very, very even game.
Thanks, Max. Well, Palm Beach Currumbin just putting the ball over the line.
Very good crowd here today, Max.
The crowd's looking pretty well, and that's what we needed it. Unfortunately, because of the situation, there's only 2 clubs that have been mostly for the entire final series in 91. If you had 3 or 4, it certainly gives you a bit more of a lift financially, but we're hoping the day will come out all right as far as we're concerned. But just in concluding, once again, my congratulations for the hosting of the grand final. It's a history-making event as far as the Broadbeach Football Club's concerned, and they are to be congratulated.
Thanks very much, Max. The football proceedings, Dave. Labrador putting a bit of pressure on.
Yes, but I think it's still very early. This wind is probably playing a big part here at Merrimack. They used to call this the Dust Bowl and everything, but I think now the wind will play a big part, which it has so far. But I think Palm Beach Currumbin, when they get the wind, I think they will give a game of this match, the 1991 grand final.
As Simon just informed me, they've put a lot of water into this ground.
Yes, Simon has been here every morning this week and was here at 5:20 this morning watering the oval to make this a very successful day for the GCAFL. And a beautiful mark from Labrador of Pat Christoffel. A beautiful mark and a lovely kick right down to the forward line. And it's not a. I thought they would have paid that as a mark, but it's a scramble on the ground.
Might have been Dean Cullen, was it, or no? It was
Pat Christopher.
Rowan Wright tried to take that mark there.
The bounce of the ball into the forward pocket. Palm Beach have got it out there and just punched a one, being marked by Labrador. And it has gone through. No, it's been touched.
One behind.
One behind.
Show the replay. Show the replay.
1 point. Well, all points count in the grand final.
Yes, well, Dave, if they don't believe us, they've only got to look at the scoreboard.
That's right.
The scoreboard doesn't lie. 3 goals, 4 behinds at 22. Labrador leading, Palm Beach yet to score. And Dave, you think the wind has got a lot to do with it?
Yes, I think it has, especially here at Merrimack. It's a very strong wind here at the moment, but they've got to make sure that whoever is leading by half time, that they can keep that lead ahead, because the wind suddenly dies down here at Merrimack, and I hope that it can make a good game of it. I think at the moment the wind is playing a big part in the game.
Well, Labrador, in other words, will have to go to oranges and lemons with a fairly healthy break, because Palm Beach Currumbin will be running with a strong breeze behind them in the second half.
I think by half time, I think you might have a close match, but a lot of people probably saying, oh, well, this is a good enough lead. It's never a good enough lead. If it's, you can look at yesterday's match between Geelong and Hawthorn. 20 points at half time, Hawthorn was up and only won by 2 points. So every point that's kicked or every goal that's kicked, it makes a match winner. You just got to keep on persisting and get the ball down to your forward line.
And we're talking grand final football.
Yeah, there's no chance next week. Whoever wins today are the finalists. And there's Labrador's kicked the goal.
It's another goal.
As I said, this win is probably playing a bit of a part in it, but I think that the next quarter, I think Palm Beach will turn it around. So we're looking at 4 goals, 5 now, 29 to Palm Beach Currumbin yet to score.
Mick Kenny, was it?
Mick Kenny from Palm Beach Currumbin kicked the fourth goal for the former Southport player and changed clubs to the GCAFL in 1991.
Once again, Labrador putting the pressure on Palm Beach. Goody lurking in the background there, trying to pick up the spoils.
I will it be the Labrador was in both grades today, Labrador and Palm Beach, in the reserves and seniors. Will it be 2 for Palm Beach today, or will it be 1 each? We'll just wait and see. There's still about the 20-minute mark in the first quarter.
And Dave, Dennis Gollop and Tony Vass officiating here in the centre.
Yes, Dennis Gollop and Tony have been in the Gold Coast Umpires Association and for many years. Two very well respected umpires. It's good to see Dennis officiating, and same as Tony today here at Merrimack. I think Labrador are pushing Palm Beach at the moment. They're really giving them a hard task. They're talking, they're working together as a team, Labrador.
And they're using the breeze.
Yes, and it's another behind to Labrador. So you're looking at 4 goals, 6, 30 to Palm Beach Currumbin yet to score.
Dave, they're giving Palm Beach see himself a target in the second quarter.
Yes.
It's a long way to fight back.
Yes, I think it is. A lot of people are probably saying, oh, well, it's a good enough lead. But as I said, the wind is going to play a big part in this game. I think Labrador at the moment is working as a team. But I think the next quarter, I think...
might change the story around.
I think when Breesy Williams gets out there and stirs them up and gets them going and their momentum, I think you'll see a big change in the Palm Beach Currumbin side.
Gavin Farland tried to get a kick in earlier right in front of the post, and the ball went straight up in the air. And,
I think it was 10 feet up, and didn't do any good. That's not like Gavin. I don't know. I wasn't down there. I think Rod Hall's quite happy, but the Palm Beach Currumbin player isn't. Tony Vass is in there sorting it out. And I think Labrador have got the free, and they're right on about the 45 metre mark on a slight angle.
Well, the breeze behind them, the distance won't count.
Yeah.
It's a matter of keeping the ball straight, and we could see Labrador put another goal on.
I think
That's
yes,
a goal.
that is a goal to Labrador. Well, it's a good goal too. It's 5-6, 36. The Palm Beach coming yet to score. I think today we all came here to see a close match. I think it will be, but the Palm Beach coming in as favourites today. At the moment, Labrador have got the upper edge, but I think by the next quarter you'll see a very close match by half-time.
There's the bounce, restart play, knocked down by Palm Beach Currumbin.
And kicked out by Labrador. Farland is, not Farland, sorry, that's his Dale Lawrence, and has just kicked it behind for 1 point. We're looking at 37-0 at the moment here at Merrimack for the 1991 Grand Final. I think Bruce Williams all year has worked Palm Beach Currumbin very hard, a very good coach and a very good motivator.
Well, Neville Fields must be feeling happy, Dave, at this stage of the game. I know it's a long way to go.
Yes, and I think Labrador has now just kicked another goal.
Yes, straight through.
Straight through. So that now has made a big, it's a 6 goal 7 to nothing.
43-0.
So, you know,
Well, it's 49, is it?
5, 6, yeah. 43. You know, it could be an interesting turnaround now. But I still say, you know, the Palm Beach have got the players there, and the wind, as again keep on going on back on the wind, will play an important part.
We'll know a lot more at half-time.
Here we just see a few of the gentlemen from the Brisbane Bears here today to have a look and see the talent of the Gold Coast football.
The reserve's doing well too.
Yes, it's great to see the Brisbane Bears reserves get into the grand final, and I think that's a big help for the Brisbane Bears.
Well, it all goes well for the Bears for next season.
And for Queensland football in general too. There's Labrador, Rod Brown, kicking it right down to the forward line, and another behind. But still working very hard, Labrador, at the moment.
6'8", 44.
But I think they're really working hard, Labrador. I think it's great to see.
Well, Bob Holmes, the Labrador president, no doubt be hoping they can carry on with this lead.
Well, Bob goes back to 1986 when Labrador won their grand final in the dying moments against Coolangatta, won by 1 point. And
that's their last final, is it?
Last grand final, Labrador was coached by a great by the name of Jeff Neville, the late Jeff Neville. It was a great inspiration, and I thought, well, years to come that Labrador has turned the corner. Last year they were unlucky not to make the grand final. Lost it on the dying moments to Palm Beach Currumbin, and Palm Beach Currumbin and Surfers Paradise went to the grand final last year. But I think Bob Holmes has worked very hard over the last 6 years to get the Labrador from easy beats to premiership finalists.
Now that's one behind. That's first points on the board for Palm Beach Currumbin. They're 44 Labrador to 1 behind to Palm Beach Currumbin.
It'll be interesting to see what the gate attendance is here at Merrimack today. As we're saying, the first game, the grand final for Broadbeach here, and I think it's everyone who's saying how big the crowd is, and it is good to see.
Well, great work now to the President, Simon Littlechild. He's done an excellent job, and with the committee of the Broadbeach Cats, they can only be congratulated on the effort they've put in to make this day such a success.
We've got a free going to Labrador in the forward line of Palm Beach Currumbin. A nice kick and being punched by
Tony Bates
of Palm Beach Currumbin. Being thrown in by the umpire. Centre boundary.
There's 25.5 minutes gone in this first quarter.
A nice kick by Dean Cullen of Labrador. And still in. And Gavin Folan tried to spoil there, but
Greg Juniper back there as well.
Well, but there's no. I just noticed now in the last 10 minutes, Palm Beach Currumbin players aren't following up. Their rovers aren't there. Their small men aren't there. Their Labrador loose men are running, and that is what I think is going to be the main part. If they man up the next quarter, it'll be a big challenge for Palm Beach. But Palm Beach are a very experienced side, had finals experience, so we'll just wait and see. Yeah. It's in the back.
Free to Palm Beach.
Palm Beach Currumbin. Graham Manning, who's just been marked.
Straight to a Labrador player.
Straight to a Labrador player. This is what I'm saying. They're not sticking to their men.
It's a good kick too.
Yes. 20. What have we got here?
Another goal.
Another goal.
Another goal.
And that was kicked by Dale Lawrence of the Labrador Club. Dale, I think that could be his second one.
And that's brought the half century up. Labrador 7-8-44, leading Palm Beach one behind. And I tell you what, Coach Bruce Williams will have a lot to say at quarter time to his side. They've allowed Labrador to get away to this big break, and they don't seem to be putting the effort in to try and stop them.
No, it's quite surprised me. I thought that Bruce would be doing something at the moment, but I see out here on the centre square he's got the loose man running down into Labrador's forward line. But I think Labrador is more committed at the moment and are working very hard to...
It's a good mark to Palm Beach.
Palm Beach, yes.
These referees, the umpires played it.
I just found out a report from Paul Ferguson, the reserve player that was stretchered off, has dislocated his shoulder. It's glad to see that will be all right. When he was carried off, he looked like he was in a lot of pain. But,
yes, he was too.
Just a lot of reports now. I've just heard that dislocated his shoulder.
Well, he should be okay, and hopefully, I don't know if he can get back to joining the celebrations this evening.
There's a bit of a scuffle on now, just at the back of play, between, I think it was Jeff James there. Yes, Jeff James of Palm Beach Currumbin, and at the moment Phil Cameron. And I don't think nothing has happened of it, but I think the umpires have sorted it out fairly quickly.
Oh, it's great to see
I don't want. It's nothing worse than in a grand final.
Yes, a goal.
Palm Beach has kicked a goal, the first goal on about the 28-minute mark of this first quarter of the 1991 grand final. So the scores are now 7 goals, 850 to 117.
Well, Dave, have Labrador gone out too strong too quickly?
Well,
there's 3/4 of the match remaining. Are they going to run out of puff?
No, I don't think they will. As I said, I think Palm Beach Currumbin is a side that is experienced also, but I think with Palm Beach Currumbin having the rest last week will pay the toll. But I think with the Labrador players beaten last year in the preliminary final by 1 point against Palm Beach Currumbin, that's an inspiration for them. But I think Palm Beach Currumbin, you haven't seen the best of them yet.
No.
I think
well, that's a mark there to
Jeff J. David Whitner of Palm Beach has kicked that down to the forward line and marked, I think, by Timmy Deacon. No, it's not Timmy Deacon who's marked the ball. The angle we're sitting on is a bit hard to see from here.
It's Joey Gorman.
Joey Gorman.
There's the kick, and it's a goal.
So now, it's 2 goals, 1 Palm Beach Currumbin to Labrador, 7 goals, 8.
Well, Dave, we've got to stop and think too. Palm Beach Currumbin, in the final quarter, will be running with the breeze behind them. And they've seemed to have taken it very, very easy in this first quarter. Maybe part of their game plan is to try and hold Labrador out early, and they'll come home strongly with a breeze behind them in the final quarter.
Yeah, but I agree. I don't think in finals football you can't let anyone, in any game of football, you can't let them get a head start. You've got to try to peg them down. You've got to do something to let them stop them from scoring. And as you can see, just then, Labrador is getting it out of the centre too easily. Palm Beach centre man aren't trying to stop them. Their rovers aren't running down the field. I don't know what's wrong at the moment. They're trying to work tirelessly, Palm Beach Currumbin, but
they seem a little bit lethargic in this first quarter, and we're going to hear that siren go very shortly, and Bruce Williams, no doubt, will be having plenty to say at quarter time.
I'll go out at quarter time and hear what Bruce and the Labrador coach have to say, and see what their quarter-time reports are.
Well, that'll be great, Dave.
But Neville Fields is a very experienced VFL player in the 80s. I think he's a very tireless worker for Labrador, and I think he's motivated them very well. All came together as a team today, same as Palm Beach Currumbin. All came up on the bus as a team, and we'll just wait and see, but I don't think it's still...
That's Mick Warden, is it, going down that far side? Got the kick in. Yeah, just trying to find out what he's...
It's been given...
they've got the free.
Chris Lovell from Palm Beach Currumbin has got the free and being held on in the forward line. The Palm Beach Currumbin player, but it's been brought back, the ball's been brought back.
Well, Palm Beach will want to put another goal on the board here before quarter time to make the score a little bit more respectable, and there'll be less work to do in the second quarter because they'll have to use this breeze to advantage.
Former Palm Beach Currumbin coach down on the sideline, Cliffy Thiel. Good to see Cliff here and through the old stalwarts of the Gold Coast football. There's a bit of a problem down the forward line. Tony Vass is talking to Chris Kelly, a Labrador, and Tim Deacon has gone back with the ball to kick the ball again. Will it be a goal or... But I think this is desperate now that Palm Beach Currumbin must get a goal before the final, before the siren at the end of the first quarter.
There's the kick from Palm Beach.
Cliff.
And he's goal.
No, he's hit the post.
Hit the post.
There's a siren. I will go out now to the ground and get a report on what Bruce Williams says and Neville Fields, and we'll get back to you in probably about 10 minutes' time.
Well, thanks very much, David. Quarter time here in the 1991 Senior Grand Final. Labrador 7-8-50 lead. Palm Beach Currumbin 2 goals, 2-14. We'll be back shortly with the commencement of the second quarter. Dave, the half-time report from both coaches.
Quarter-time report of both coaches. Jeff Neville Field said, we're working to our game plan. He said, all I ask is this quarter is stick to your man, keep the ball, get it down to the forward line, but make sure, he said, you don't let them score convincingly. I went over to Bruce Williams. He said exactly what he said at the start of the game, what he didn't want them to do. He said you let them run free down their forward line, and he said you cannot afford at this time to let that happen. He said it's only going to be a 2-quarter game of football. He reckons by half-time, he said it'll be all over, but I can't see it. He reckons that Palm Beach will now fire in this quarter, we'll just have to wait and see. I just saw Bob Holmes over there with a half a smile on his face at quarter time. And Bob had said to me, he said he'd like to thank all the supporters here today and his sponsors and the committee of the Labrador Footy Club in getting them to the 1991 Grand Final. And when I saw him, he had a quarter of a smile on his face. He said there's still another 3 quarters. He said hopefully by 5 o'clock this afternoon he'll have a full smile on his face and he'll be on there for days, I'd say.
Yes, well, they've made it to the Grand Final and they couldn't take out the reserves. Palm Beach too strong. But as you said, I think that quarter of a smile might be half a smile at half-time from Bob.
Yeah, but Palm Beach Currumbin have got the win this quarter. But just looking at the first couple of minutes of this quarter, I think Labrador has had a bit more of the play. And yes, and Labrador has come out with a free on that. And it is with Leon Jones, has just kicked the ball. And a beautiful mark by Palm Beach Currumbin at the centre wing of the ground. But I think at the moment they're kicking too high and the wind's pushing it back, and it's a top mark. There's another top mark by Palm Beach Currumbin. See, they're starting to move the ball down there fairly quickly, but I think once they mark, they've gone straight to a Labrador backman of Dean Cullen. And was caught with the ball, and Tony Vass, the central umpire, is working. I think it's a bit of a scuffle. I think it's going to be a bit of a fury match here this afternoon. I think if it gets a very close match, I think we'll have a bit of a competition on our hands.
Now, Palm Beach Currumbin caught Labrador napping then.
I think it's going to see this quarter will make a big part in it. If Labrador can hold back Palm Beach Currumbin, I think they're in with a fairly good chance. But there's Palm Beach Currumbin hit the post and it's just gone through for a behind. Nice kick out by Labrador. Nice handball, the Labrador player of
Simon Windsor.
Yeah, Simon Windsor. We just can't. Nice out. A throw-in who's just produced on the clubhouse side of Merrimack. The ground at the moment is holding up fairly well, considering it's 54 days without any rain, and there's been a hell of a lot of sprinklers moved onto this oval this week.
I think Simon's done a marvellous job getting this ground the way it is.
From tomorrow, the Merrimack Oval will be virtually torn up, and underground sprinkler systems going right throughout the whole ground.
That's great news for the club.
Yes.
That's Rowan Wright. He loses it.
Palm Beach Currumbin makes it and being caught. Palm Beach Currumbin playing. Labrador's picked up the ball. And nice little chip pass, but straight to Manning of Palm Beach Currumbin. Palm Beach Currumbin, numbers still aren't there. I think if you can see that Labrador numbers are still there. They're running past, they're talking at the same time. There's a bit of a scuffle. I think there might be a ball up here.
Well, Bob Holmes will be very happy, Dave, if they come in at half-time and retain the margin between the two sides. Right. I think if Palm Beach Currumbin score, Labrador score, if they can retain that margin at the moment, it's 35 points. If I think at half-time, if Labrador have got a margin of 30 points, they'll be very hard to run down.
Yes. Yes, I think Palm Beach are the experienced side, and again, so are Labrador. But I think if, as you said, I think if it's a 30-point margin at half-time, I think it'll be a very hard to pick it up. But we'll just wait and see. But in this quarter, I think Palm Beach has had more of the play.
Yeah, he'll play the mark.
No, he has not. He's called play on. And a nice kick to Pat Scriffle from Labrador. And being marked by Mick Ferguson from Palm Beach. I think there's a problem is there that they're taking too long when they mark the ball. The men, the opposition of Labrador, are getting into position. I think if they get it down to the forward line fairly quickly, and Jim Deegan can make a sprint and lead, I think they've got a chance. But I have been wrong in the past, but we'll just have to wait and see.
That was a great mark too to Danny Newman, was it?
Yes, Danny Newman, a beautiful mark, and it's nice kick there out, and it's just gone out of bounds on the other side of the ground. A beautiful day here at Merrimack. It's around about 23, 24 degrees, sunny day. It's 7-8-50 to 2-3-15. Labrador leading by 35 points here at about the 5.5 minute mark of the second quarter.
Max McDonald, the president of the Gold Coast Australian Football League, is very happy with the way proceedings have gone today, and why shouldn't he, Dave?
Yeah, that's right. It's over the years, the crowd attendance have been down at the Gold Coast Football League since the Bears have come in, but I think it's the crowd that's here today. It's fantastic.
You had some of the Bears here also.
Yes, it's great to see a few of the Bears reserve players here and seniors here today. After a great win yesterday, put them straight into the grand final, and that's great to see the Bears in there. And it's one behind. They've got to kick goals, but as I said before, a point can win a game, but as Labrador knows that. But I think it's desperate, they've got to kick goals.
Well, Dave, at this mark in the first quarter, I think Labrador had about 3 goals up.
Yes, they did. Someone said to me out there at quarter time, he said Palm Beach are tied. He said they're tied. He said Labrador had the play last week. He said and it kept them fit. Lovely mark from Labrador.
Seven, 8-50 Labrador, Palm Beach, Currumbin 2-4-16. Bruce Williams back to the drawing board at half time. He'll have plenty to say.
Yes, we'll just wait and see what changes Bruce makes at half time, but I think he will have to make some big changes.
Some positional changes, Dave.
I think he'll have to. Now, I still say it's Palm Beach Currumbin haven't hit top spots yet, but I think that this quarter and the next quarter will make a big difference. A bit of a scuffle there from...
Well, it wouldn't be a grand final without a few little altercations.
That's
nothing
right.
serious.
There is. But I think, yes, we've got 10 minutes for the Labrador player in the sin bin. I think it is... 10 minutes of only the Labrador player. So, well, this might make a bit of a part in the game now. We'll just see if...
They try to level it up, even it up.
That's right. So we'll just wait and see. Yeah, it's a nice... on the 60 metre mark of the ground.
Dean Cullen, the player that's in the sin bin. Labrador, number 13.
I think it's quite a good rule, this 10 minute in the sin bin. Especially, it keeps the players, cool them down, and it stops hopefully a fight-free game.
One of the Palm Beach players
is cramped, I think. He's cramped up in the calves, but the trainer's out to him now. And I think he might be coming off and to be changed over.
It's Trevor Crowley. Got the kick in.
And the ball's out. And the umpires throw it in down on the Palm Beach Currumbin forward line. He looks like he's in a bit of pain, the Palm Beach Currumbin player coming off now. Yes, he's being helped off by the two trainers of Palm Beach Currumbin. So we'll just see what his injuries are at this stage. But I think might be just cramps, I'm not sure. But the way he's looking, it could be a knee.
There's one behind to Surfers. Well, they're not converting these points.
No, Damien Cashman for Palm Beach Currumbin has just come on the field here today. We'll just wait and see what his extent of his injuries are. It's good to see the triple Brownlow medalists here today, Mr. Dick Reynolds and Ray Poulter.
The Surfers not making any inroads into the Labrador defence. There's a kick. Is this a goal?
Yes, it is a goal.
Surfers and
Palm Beach. Sorry.
Palm Beach Currumbin. Sorry, I'm getting carried away with it here.
Few changes. 27 is on for Labrador, and 31, excuse me, 31 Mark Steele for Labrador is off. I think this is where Neville Fields is trying to get all his players warmed up. He's going to use his interchange bench a bit, I think, today, and I think it's quite a wise move.
Well, Palm Beach Currumbin, when they've got down to the Labrador goal, they haven't converted them into 6 points. They've all been 1-pointers apart from the goal we just saw, and it must be a bit of a way to Bruce Williams. He needs the major goal.
Yes, I remember this happened in 1987 when Broadbeach won their first ever premiership against Palm Beach Currumbin. By quarter time, it was played at Palm Beach. Broadbeach were 35 points up, and coming to half time, they were 2 points down, Broadbeach, and they got up and won.
Oh,
but
that's
again,
a great mark.
No, you keep back looking at that.
I think somebody might have been decked in back play.
Hey, Jimmy.
Might have, was it Mick Kenny that took that mark?
Yes, Mick Kenny.
It was a great mark too.
And the Labrador trainers out there just to check him out.
He hasn't made the most of it. It's gone through for one behind.
So here at now Merrimack, you're looking at Palm Beach Currumbin, 3 goals, 5, 23 to Labrador's 7 goals, 9 points, 51. Great to see all the Umpires Association here today. Even the umpires that weren't picked for their matches today. It's great to see they all can come and watch a good game of football.
We heard Max speak earlier too, Dave, that only the 2 teams contesting both grand finals. You would have liked to see 4 separate teams.
Yes, I think it would.
But even though it hasn't eventuated, the crowd are still very, very good.
Well, yes, a very good crowd by all clubs here today in the 16 comp in the Gold Coast League. I personally, as a member of Broadbeach, I would like to have seen a different club in each grade, but looking at the crowd here, it's been fantastic, and it really is great to see. 2 very strong clubs, very good followers, Palm Beach Currumbin and Labrador.
The extensions of the club here, Dave, have made a big difference to the Broadbeach club, and speaking to Simon earlier, anyone wishing to hire the club,
yes,
it's going to go through for no, it's not. Hire the club, just give Stan Brown a ring on 723-255, 723-255. Have a yarn to Stan, and he'll set you straight on regards hiring. It's a great place if you wish to have a private function. The facilities are all here, Dave, and that's what counts. You don't want to have to do any work. And I know we've had functions over the years with cricket and other sporting bodies, and you wish to go in to be able to sit down and be waited upon, and there are ideal conditions here for such.
Yeah, you know, Stan Brown has been on the coast for many years. Former president of Broadbeach Football Club, former president of Golden Labrador.
The goal scorer.
That is Rod Hall. I think has kicked that goal. It's a second goal for Labrador this quarter, and Palm Beach Currumbin is only kicking behind. I might have to eat my words after this quarter, but it's great to see Labrador keep on the fighting for the ball. They're first to the ball at the moment. I think the Palm Beach Currumbin men are not sticking together. Just getting back, Stan, former president of Gold Coast League, is now the club manager here at Broadbeach. And if you want anything done, like sporting functions or any sort of functions, just give Stan a ring. He'll be only too pleased to help you. Back to the football here at Merrimack. A nice kick by James from the centre down to the 50-metre line of the Palm Beach Currumbin goal. A bit of a handball out there to the Labrador player, and a nice kick up to the centre of the ground here at Merrimack.
Not forgetting also, Dave, the Labrador clubhouse and the Palm Beach. Both Labrador and Palm Beach having great clubhouses, and they have the facilities also. And it's great to see the clubs all told being able to provide the facilities. You know yourself the fundraising problems that everyone has, to raise money, to get the players out onto the field, and to operate clubs such as these, look, we've got here at Broadbeach and Labrador and down at Palm Beach. It's a tremendous effort, and the clubs are being congratulated for providing the facilities.
Yes, it's very hard to run a club. I was a former president here of the club, and people say, oh, well, how do you raise your money? It's meat trays, it's social functions, it's the day here at the football when you have your canteen and that, and it's a big, big job to put a football team on the ground, and especially when there was 3 in the Colts, reserves and seniors. That was even a bigger task. But with the economic times at the moment, with the recession we're going through, it's a lot harder. And the congratulations goes out to Palm Beach, Currumbin and Labrador for bringing up a very top-class team, both of them today.
That's a lot of chook raffles, Dave.
That's right, a hell of a lot of meat trays going out. Sure.
Oh, good mark there to Labrador.
Who, Billy?
And it's Gavin Folan taking the mark.
Yes, we've got Gavin Folan kicking right out, and it's gone up the side of his boot and out on the full. There you go, don't think you're allowed for the win there, Gavin Folan.
No doubt Palm Beach Currumbin breathing a sigh of relief. It's Labrador 8-9-57, Palm Beach Currumbin 3-5-23, and certainly not out of it.
No, certainly not out of it. It's not even half time here at Merrimack. We're probably in about the 15-minute mark of the second quarter.
It makes it the proceedings so far. What are your feelings on the game today? Max McDonald, the Gold Coast president, back here with us again. You must be extremely happy with the way everything's been conducted. And there's another goal to Labrador. Yes, he's awarded the goal. And Labrador now move on to 63.
Well, I think it's been a surprise, actually, the way the game's going at the moment. They seem to get, in the first quarter, Labrador kicked away. And I thought, well, actually, Palm Beach may be on the way back, but it's not looking that way at the moment. They don't seem to be getting it together at all. Labrador seem to be first to the ball, and their support play is excellent up to this stage.
I thought Max at Palm Beach in the first quarter looked very lethargic. They didn't run onto the ball, and
they looked hesitant, didn't they?
Yes, they allowed the Labrador forwards plenty of leeway. And when we have seen Palm Beach Currumbin down in the Labrador goal, they haven't been able to convert them into 6-pointers. They've gone into behinds. Coming across is Gary Brewster for Labrador. On now to Chris Kelly. He was a doubtful starter till late in the week, Chris Kelly, through an injury, but he's back out there today, and he's boosting the Labrador strength. Max, you must be very happy here with the crowd now. It's built right up.
Yeah, the crowd is quite good. We're quite happy at this stage. We'd just like to get a bit more in if we could.
Right ball. Oh, they've missed that one.
But I think, I don't know whether you're aware of, but Dean Cullen, number 13 for Labrador, won their B&F. He's a good player. He's first year up here, but he's certainly he's been a representative player with the All-Stars.
He's having a good game here today.
Yeah, he's going quite well. See, Hawley, of course, Ron Hall, he missed the last grand final through his suspension, but he's been rather active today, I'd say.
Yes. The Labrador. The ball out at Palm Beach Currumbin. They lose the chase to it.
That the big fella there, Danny Newman, number 29, he's a real workhorse, He's been in the competition for a number of years, but he just won out with the rucking duties, and he's been a great performer.
Well, see, Labrador seem to be getting rid of that ball at will there, and
well, they're leading to the ball. They seem to be dictating the sort of style of play.
had Palm Beach Currumbin have got no answer to it.
Not at this stage. I mean, the runners have not been in the game. There's some real good players out there for Palm Beach, and if they fire up, well, then you'll see a very good contest.
Well, the way that Labrador have gone into this first half, they've certainly given it everything. Max, do you think that they'll tire in that final quarter?
Well, it's hard to say because Palm Beach, of course, I thought it was a pretty good contest last week, though Labrador kicked away and won by had a 9-goal quarter against Surfers Paradise. But whether Palm Beach might be just getting their feet, it's hard to say. They've got some very good players.
Yes, it's 9-9-63. Labrador leading Palm Beach 3-5.
That's a big lead. That's a big lead, my friend.
That's a huge lead, Max.
Yeah, to turn around, my word it is.
Labrador come out on top again.
They seem to be playing with a ton of confidence, don't they?
They certainly are. Here's a chance for now for Palm Beach Currumbin. That's Nathan Howard.
He's only a young fellow, he's about 19 or 20. They've got a lot of youth in the side, Palm Beach. That seems to be their program for the year. Chris Lovell, of course, a young fellow playing with Palm Beach, was called down to St Kilda, which is a great thing for the boy, under the father and son rule. Now, he's had a game with the reserves and he picked up 26 possessions.
That's great.
That's a very good effort. And, of course, the Gold Coast League, love to see the boy kick on because he turns out to be a wonderful administrator as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, that's great. Now, Palm Beach Currumbin, what can they do this time? They're in possession, but once again there's plenty of chasing from Labrador, and there's another misdirected kick going straight in the hands of Chris Kelly. And
he's done
they've
the
reversed
same
and
thing.
done the same thing, Max, yes. And again, we see...
this is Jeff James, who's been around a long while.
Right.
Jamesy, of course, played at Southport in South Australia. He's a member of the current All-Stars side. And he's a fairly good player.
Mick Kenny gets the kick in.
Oh, Mick Kenny, yeah, he's a good, another good player.
It's Rod Brown picking it up.
He's done very well, hasn't he, today,
Yes,
Brown?
he has. He's worked well. And Labrador, they've all worked hard. They've run onto the ball. Something that Palm Beach Currumbin have lacked.
Yeah.
Leon Jones has the handball away. There doesn't seem to be the urgency in the
No, in the
Beach
play of
Currumbin
Palm
play.
Beach at the moment. And there always seems to be a very good support play there by Labrador. Look at this, I mean, their pinpoint accuracy has been excellent.
That's right. Wayne Gerards gets the kick in, but it's gone straight to a Palm Beach Currumbin player. Handball back.
This fellow here, of course, Peter Goody, is a dual medalist of the Romside medal, by the way. He's the only player ever to win 2 medals in Gold Coast Australian football.
Been a great stalwart of the Palm Beach Currumbin club.
Well, the family itself
Yes.
is legendary.
Yes. Now, Palm Beach
This is
Currumbin-
David Whitware, isn't it? Yes.
Well, you can see that he's getting tremendous help from the breeze right into the goal mouth.
no
And a
one
great
there.
mark.
Yeah,
A
enormous
great
mark.
mark. Getting the pressure right back off Labrador. That's gone out now to Pat Christoffel.
He's
He
another-
gets the kick in.
Another young player that's done
Yes,
extremely well.
Rowan Wright. There's Goody lurking in the background. Gets it back inside to Rod Brown. Brown gets the kick in.
Oh,
And another great mark.
very good mark there.
It's Dale Lawrence
Yeah, he's
for
he's got a
Labrador.
good pair of hands, this fellow. I noticed him last week.
There's the kick. It's going to fall short.
Tell you what.
Nobody's laid a
No,
hand
it's
on
hit
it,
the
but it's hit the post.
Good
And
effort there by Hall.
it's gone through for one behind for Labrador. Simon Littlechild's done a marvellous job for the Broadbridge Club.
I really believe they have. It's been an excellent hosting, by the way. And it just shows if you spread your wings around, give everybody a chance, they'll come up trumps. And I had no doubt with their preliminary final expertise last year, a very united group down here. They've all bogged in and done it as a great team.
Oh, kicked off the ground, and it's a one behind a Labrador. Yes, and it's obviously got a very hard-working committee here at Broadbeach.
Oh, I've got no doubt on that.
Straight to the arms of Wayne Gerards. Now he's lining one of his players up and put the ball down. Straight to Dale Lawrence. He couldn't handle it. Picking it up as Rod Brown. And get the kick in again. This will be very close. And that's gone through for one behind. Bringing this ball out will be Greg Juniper. Played in last year's grand final against Surface Paradise.
Another, by the way, he's another Ron Todd medalist, Gil Greg. Also involved in surfing, I believe, and very, very good at that too.
Murray Osborne taking the mark for Labrador. He certainly outplayed Jeff James on that move.
Score at the moment, of course, is 9 goals, 12, 66 Labrador versus Palm Beach, 3 goals, 5, 23 points.
Kick put in by Labrador, knocked down.
Yeah, I'm not sure how
Labrador come up with it. And once again, no chaser. Oh, there's a great mark too for Palm Beach Currumbin. That's got them off the hook. They've put it down, and oh, it's gone straight to the arms of
Manning, it's Graham Manning.
Graham Manning. Well, that was a let-off there for Palm Beach Currumbin. There's the kick. That's the siren in the background at half-time. Well, we thought Palm Beach Currumbin would get closer than what they are, but that's not to be, Max.
No,
at half-time, Labrador 9-12-66. Palm Beach Currumbin 3-5-23, and with a job ahead of them in the second half.
Oh, good. It's a big job. Big job to do out there as far as Palm Beach is concerned.
And Dave will be going out to speak to both coaches at half-time, and we'll be back shortly with the commencement of the second half. I'm here at Merrimack, and a very thrilling game of football. Labrador going out very strongly. Just having a look at some of the Labrador supporters over there. Their flags blowing, and they're hoping that Labrador can continue on the way they go at the moment and take out victory in the senior grand final here today. Labrador, as I said, started very strongly, and a big job ahead of Palm Beach Currumbin in the second half. Play about to get underway in the second half of this 1991 senior grand final between Palm Beach Currumbin and Labrador Lions. Labrador certainly firing from the word go here this afternoon. Put pressure on Palm Beach Currumbin, who would have gone out as favourites, and at half-time they're trailing Palm Beach Currumbin, and they have a very big job in front of them in the second half. It's knocked down by Palm Beach. Now it's been kicked through by Labrador. Left behind, Labrador win the race to the ball. Out through Gary Brewster. Palm Beach Currumbin. It'll be a ball up. Once again, congratulations to a great job done by the umpires here this afternoon, both the A and reserve grades. Labrador player slow to get to his feet. Gets a hand pass away. Taken by Goody for Palm Beach Currumbin. Coming across was Chris Wright, and the referee is, it's a free. Going to Palm Beach Currumbin. Shortly we'll have Dennis Ashcroft across from the Dennis C. Sales manager from the Brisbane Bears, and they'll be able to offer a few comments. Great to see quite a number of the Bears players, and congratulations to their reserves for a great victory yesterday. Labrador 9-12-66. Palm Beach Currumbin 3-5-23. Big margin to catch up in the second half for Palm Beach Currumbin. Try to centre. It's picked up by a Labrador player in Simon Windsor. The kick's put in. Palm Beach Currumbin. They're just working it forward. It's a Labrador ball through Murray Osmond. They throw in on the far side. Once again, thanks to the umpires, Tony Vass and Dennis Gollop, officiating in the senior grand final. Doing an excellent job, as did the umpires in the reserve grade. I refer to Alan Holmes and Gavin Fitt. Now there's the kick put in by Gavin Follett. Again, Labrador seem to having the better of play this early stages of the second half of the 91 senior grand final. 66 plays 23. Now Wayne Gerards. He'll take the free for Labrador. And again, Palm Beach Currumbin under pressure. Labrador try to centre, they go for goal. Now what's the ruling? That's one behind. That's a goal. That's great work from Labrador. Labrador 10-12-72 lead Palm Beach Currumbin 3-5-23. And a very tall order in front of Palm Beach Currumbin, who would have gone in as favourites in this match this afternoon. They've got a big job in front of them to drag back this deficit. No doubt Bob Holmes, the president of the Labrador Club, will be a very happy man at this stage. And referring to a racing term, they'd have to fall over to get beaten. Labrador knock it out through Cameron Pill. They win the race the ball. And it's find the throw in on the far side. Tremendous crowd in attendance here today for the senior grand final, the seniors and the reserves. Remembering that we've only got two teams in the grand finals, both grand finals. We've seen Labrador and Palm Beach Currumbin play the reserves and the seniors. And I know the club would have liked to see 4 different sides, but considering the two teams, the attendance is very, very good, and Max McDonald, Gold Coast president, is very happy for the proceedings. The ball to be thrown in on the far side. Again, Labrador win the chase the ball. They centre. They're knocked down by a Palm Beach Currumbin player. Picking it up was Graham Manning. Play goes on. A couple of players still down. There's a mark now going to Palm Beach Currumbin. Palm Beach Currumbin through. Trying to pick who that player up, but couldn't pick him on the far side. Very big oval here at Broadbeach, the Merrimack Oval. That's quite a long way across to the far side. Knocked forward, then kicked off the ground by Rob Maloney. Taking it away is Wayne Gerrards for Labrador. The kick put in by Mick Kenny. And out on the full. It's a ruling from the umpire. 72 plays 23. And Palm Beach Currumbin. I don't think anybody expected Labrador to run away to such a big lead. And you can put that lead down to the very hard work done in the opening stage of this grand final. Labrador raced to a very big lead early in the game, and Palm Beach Currumbin have never recovered. Mark taken by Labrador, they play on. Underneath it is Gavin Follen. Oh no, it's taken... I thought Follen was underneath that, but Greg Juniper was the player there to take the mark for Palm Beach Currumbin. Now the throw in on the far side. Good high ball, knocked down by Palm Beach. Getting the kick in was Mick Warden. Now Trevor Crowley, the captain of the Labrador side, to mark. He gets the kick away. It's picked up by Gary Brewster. Brewster just looking for his supports. Oh, coming in very strongly was Dale Lawrence. Now Dale Lawrence, well, he'd be very lucky to go from here. He's right in front. It's got the legs. And it's a goal. Dale Lawrence goaling for Labrador. They now move to 11 goals, 12-78. Plays 3-5-23, Palm Beach Currumbin. And Labrador starting to run away from this Palm Beach Currumbin side in this third quarter. Palm Beach Currumbin have to fight back in this third quarter to be any chance of making up the leeway. It hasn't been so far. And we see Labrador going further ahead. Palm Beach Currumbin get the kick in. Labrador are first on. They lose it. They get the kick in. Picked up by Goody. Peter Goody puts the kick in. But straight into the arms of Trevor Crowley. Labrador captain. He gets one out now to Gary Brewster. Brewster trying to centre it. Oh, it's good work from Manning, is it? Or Greg Juniper. Good mark to Greg. Stalwart for the Palm Beach Club over many years. Ball's been knocked down. And a free going to, looks like David Whitworth for Palm Beach. Crowley's after that. He can't catch Nathan Howard. Ball loose on the ground. Leon Jones. Taken well by Goody. Peter Goody, another Palm Beach stalwart. Gary Brewster. Straight to the hands of David Whitworth. He gets the kick in. Eventually picked up by Damien Cashman. And another mark, a strong mark going to Palm Beach. 11-12-78 Labrador play Palm Beach Currumbin 3-5-23 in what can only be termed as a boil over here at the Merrimack Oval. There's a player down injured, I think, on the far side. It's a free going to Palm Beach. Just trying to pick up that player. There's the kick for goal. One behind. The difference between the two sides. Labrador have been able to convert their kicks. See another behind at Palm Beach takes them to 3-6-24. Good work. And you won't see them much better than that. That was Rod Hall taking that mark. They get the kick in, Labrador. And this will be another goal, yes. Waiting for the warning. Another goal to Labrador. Labrador 12-12-84. Lead Palm Beach Currumbin 3-6. 3-6-24. 60-point margin. We're in the third quarter of this senior grand final for 1991 played here at the Merrimack Oval. The Palm Beach player being assisted from the field. There's the bounce. Knocked down. Palm Beach come up with it. Looks like Goody. Gets a handball away. Labrador get the kick in. Mark taken by Mark Fisher. So the throw in on the far side. A lot of dumbfounded Palm Beach supporters here this afternoon. I don't think anybody's expecting Labrador to run away to such a big break. The kick by David Whitwer. Strong defence from Labrador. And a free gain to Palm Beach. 84 plays 24. Palm Beach. Mark taken by Goody. Going up very high is Mick Kenny. Takes it. Now Palm Beach, this is their last throw of the die. They've got to do something. Oh, and a great mark right in, just to the right-hand side of the uprights. There's the kick. It's across the face of the goal and it goes through for one behind. 3-7-25 Palm Beach Currumbin. Labrador 12-12-84. We're in the third quarter of the 1991 Senior Grand Final. Palm Beach Currumbin and Labrador. And the Tigers are certainly right on top at this stage of the game. Max McDonald comes back to join us, and I'm very pleased to see you back here, Max.
Well, looks like at the moment, Ken, they've got away on them, the 12-12-84 to 3-7-25. With only a quarter to go, they've got a few problems, but I believe that Labrador have taken the initiative on the day.
They started off the ball, didn't they?
Yes, they did. This Cullen here, he's a tough customer, is he, number 13?
Having a good game.
Yeah.
You're strong there?
No.
Oh, yes it is. You're hopeless, you are. Now coming up with a free will be...
Joe Gorman, isn't it?
Yeah, Joey Gorman.
Joe's a TV personality. He featured on Perfect Match. About 6 months ago.
I was going to say, did he score, Max?
I don't know.
Congratulations, Joey. And no doubt he would have had plenty of fun anyway. That's Nathan Howard getting the kick in. It's a goal to Palm Beach Currumbin.
One of the very few.
One of their few, yes. Great work from Palm Beach. And we've moved on to 31, is it? 30.
Yeah, it's 5 goals, 7. Sorry, 4 goals, 7, 31 points. Trailing Labrador, 12-12, 84.
I'm just saying there'll be a few shocked Palm Beach supporters here, Max, this afternoon.
Ooh, yes, I would say so.
I just haven't fired at all today, and I'm wondering whether the week's break has made the difference. Labrador are rock hard for this game. They played last week, but they're rock hard for this grand final. And you take Palm Beach, have probably only had 2 games in 4 weeks.
That's right.
And
well, every time they've had a contest this year, Palm Beach have been the winners.
Here's a break now from Anthony Barry.
He's kicked the behind.
He's kicked the behind.
Making the score, Labrador 12-13, 85. Leading Palm Beach Currumbin 4-7, 31.
So everything going to plan here at the Merrimack Oval.
I think everybody's enjoying themselves.
They certainly are, Max, I can assure you.
It's a picnic atmosphere, isn't it, really?
It is, it certainly is. And that's number 6 is Scott Connolly.
Yeah.
He's over at Palm Beach. I'm just waiting for the ruling of Labrador.
They're driving the ball long, aren't they, Labrador?
They are, yes.
Straight to the goal mouth, every time.
And that's a point you mentioned, Max.
Very direct football.
Right. In the first 10 and 12 minutes of play, that's all Labrador did. They kicked straight and they kicked deep.
Didn't they? Yeah.
They did, and it just paid off because they went to a good, handy lead very early in the game, and whereby Palm Beach haven't seemed to be putting those long kicks in. Now there's Labrador have got the ball out. There's plenty of chasers in there for Labrador. Palm Beach looked as though they're going to win the race for the ball.
They've got tremendous support play, haven't
They
they?
have, yes.
Great stuff.
And that was good work from Labrador.
Yep. This fellow's a very good player. I thought he's had an exceptional game. He's been one out on the back line, Greg Juniper.
Yep.
See if you can see that.
Some of the Labrador supporters down there, Max. Well, Bob Holmes wasn't smiling when the siren went in the reserve grade, but
Maybe
it's not three-quarter time yet, but I can bet that a quarter smile that Dave said that Bob had earlier is a three-quarter smile now. Now the ball to be bounced.
Go, bully.
Come on again over the top. This is very good.
Paddy.
Hold on. They hasn't played the mark. Kicked off the ground by Labrador. Picking it up will be Mick Kenny. It's been forced through. Over the top, handball by Gavin Folan.
Been an exceptional player in this league over a number of years.
Yes, Chris
Gavin.
Wright.
Go, Linda.
And Labrador, they seem to have plenty of runners. They're running onto the ball with a purpose. As you said earlier, Greg Juniper having a strong game, appeared to be a one-out game for Palm Beach. On the right, on the far side of the field. Throw in, and good work from Tony Vasson. Did Gollop Max. They're controlling this game extremely well.
Yeah, they've done a very good job today.
A little bit of a push and shove from both players, and ball loose on the ground. Eventually,
I think he was legged there.
he was too. And
Looks like
umpire did miss it.
Gary Lawton, isn't it? 41.
They've got the free. Yeah, it was Scott Lawson. Labrador, once again, come away from it after that free went to Palm Beach. This time it's Mick Ferguson.
Maybe.
The mark's taken by Goody. Goody puts the kick in. Taken without any pressure, Damien Cashman.
Another young fellow that's come into the game.
Chasing after the ball was Jeff James. I think he might have run over the
took
line.
the option there, they're off again.
There's the key. It looks like a goal. It is a goal too, because I saw the crowd go up behind the goal post.
Yeah, nice
It
goal.
was obvious that it was a goal to Palm Beach Currumbin, and that takes them to 5-7, 37. They're training Labrador 12-13, 85. The ball back for the bounce. And a very big crowd here now. They're enjoying the entertainment. There might be a fairly big gap at this stage between the two teams, Max, but everybody's certainly enjoying the football here this afternoon.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think they've certainly enjoyed the...
It's been entertaining. There's been no dirt put in.
No,
It's a good, clean game.
very good.
So that's what people want to see.
That's it.
Few tired players are appearing out there at the moment. And why wouldn't Labrador be tired? Because they chased right from the opening whistle. And Gavin Farland didn't appear, not Gavin Farland, it was his opposite number, David Whip, it didn't appear to even go down for that ball. No urgency from Palm Beach Currumbin.
Take the way.
Oh, taken away. Yeah, good work from Rod.
Oh, great.
Ball's high in the air. Go through for a goal. Good work from Rod Hall.
Great interception, wasn't it?
Yes, it's a goal. Rod Hall going.
Great interception by Hall.
It was. He beautifully read. Yes, it was a one on, and Hall came out a victor. Leaving the field now is Danny Newman.
Number 2, which is Peter Goldman, has taken his place.
Yes, that was great work from Rod. And on a one-off situation, well, he just ran rings around the Palm Beach player. Back into the centre for the bounce. 13-13, Labrador lead Palm Beach Currumbin. 5 goals.
Got Whitware on the defence now. Was centre half forward early in the game. David Whitware.
There's Chris Wright on the far side. Labrador finish up with the ball. And once again, kicking deep. There goes Hall again.
Looks like it's going over the line out of bounds.
Will go out of bounds. And once again, Labrador kicking deep, Max, and this has been the difference.
It's penetrating kicks at them, and they've been going direct football. That's what the name of the game is.
And also Labrador have been chasing.
Oh.
They come out with it.
That's dangerous.
Yes, Scott Conley, was it?
Yeah, he's gone. Back.
Kicks across goal.
What is it?
Palm Beach will come up with it. They'll get the... No, they handball across.
A bit of support play
Yes,
here.
it's gone out now to... through Mick Warden.
Hitting crackers.
Well, that was good work to beat Trevor Crowley. Gets the kick in. And straight to a Labrador player, but I think that... what was the ruling, Max?
Was out of bounds.
Out of bounds, was it? He must have gone out of bounds. He tried to step around Trevor Crowley. That's not an easy job to step around Trevor.
Whitware again. He formerly played in South Australia.
Whitware.
Whitware.
Palm Beach. Again, finding the player. Plenty of height from this kick. Labrador come up with it and get the kick in. Unable to mark, but coming away with it was Rex Grant.
Tackle.
Yeah, good work.
High
Hit
tackle
him,
there.
Billy.
3 going to
Cameron
Labrador.
Phil. Cameron Phil.
Cameron Phil. We're getting close to 3/4 time here at Merrimack Oval.
Wayne Gerard took a very nice mark.
Once again kicking deep. Now Palm Beach are putting these little short kicks in, and they'll be better served by putting driving deep and turning Labrador around, but they're not turning them around when they're putting these short kicks in. Labrador find the mark. Straighten it up to centre field. 1-on-1 again. They'll come off best. Juniper.
Juniper again.
Still going. That's great work from Greg Juniper. Signs of a class footballer. And you see the throw in from this near side. 13-13, 91 Labrador.
Got that throw in, I'm sorry.
Labrador fighting for that possession all the time. 5-7-37 Palm Beach. Palm Beach.
Gorman now.
Gorman.
Well up the centre half forward. Taken nicely there by the Palm Beach player. Nice.
Nathan Howard it was.
Yeah. Oh, well
Kick
done
put
by
in.
Jamesy.
And it's going to go through for one behind.
No, I think he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds, yes, it was.
Offline and out of bounds.
Third quarter, yes.
Go, Ozzy. Go, Mick.
The only thing in the favour of Palm Beach, Max, in the final quarter, they'll be running with a breeze behind them.
Not much breeze though, I don't think, Ken.
No,
I think it's died a bit.
it's been a very strong performance from Labrador. They went out full of running, and
Go, Billy.
it's a great effort.
Great stuff, Brewster.
Showed great stamina and
So
good.
they had a very good first.
Yes, very good. And
They kicked 7, I think, in the first quarter. Now they're here midway or nearly close to 3/4 time, and they've kicked 13.
yeah, Dean Cullen making good
There's the
mark there.
siren now for 3/4 time. Labrador leads 13 goals, 13 behind, 91 points. Leading Palm Beach Currumbin, 5 goals, 7 behind, 37.
Just waiting for this kick.
You'll get for the top here, I reckon.
And then 3/4 time.
Well, what's there, a kick here?
Oh, good kick.
And at 3/4 time, you're right, Max, it's 13-13, 91. Palm Beach Currumbin, 5-7-37, and we'll be back shortly with the commencement of the final quarter. Straight into it. Labrador, the Labrador Tigers. That was a good bump from Palm Beach. Can Labrador? No, Palm Beach have got the ball going down their forward line at the moment. It's out of bounds. It's be thrown in. No, sorry, it's out on the full.
And Trevor Crowley, the captain of Labrador, who's had a big game today, takes the kick, kicking on the eastern side of the ground on the scoreboard side. Nice kick too.
Well, almost a free kick, I thought, but still. Palm Beach away with the ball.
Chrissy Wright coming through there, picks it up, kicks down the forward line. Yes, Palm Beach in possession. Can't see who it is. There's a stab pass over to Timmy Deegan, who's taken the mark.
Yeah,
he's about 30 metres out.
Oh, he's on a bit of an angle, Murray. Still, he
should kick
no
this even so. Yep. That looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, it's a good goal. Timmy Deegan.
Yes, that takes Palm Beach Currumbin to 6 goals, 7. Still trail Labrador 13-13. They'll need to whack on a few more goals, Dennis, in the last quarter, however.
Laurie, there's one thing about this game all day today is the running players of Labrador seem to sort of eclipsed
Palm Beach, Currumbin, the endeavour from Labrador. Like Palm Beach has just sort of sat back and really the Tigers have just sort of run ragged.
I've been amazed at the number of Palm Beach players who have been down on form today in the big one.
It's bloody unbelievable.
Danny Noonan gets a knock out. Is Rover who gets a kick over towards the wing. Brown comes through, picks it up, doesn't get rid of it, kick off the carpet here. Good up to Labrador, yes. The chance is driven down towards the Labrador forward line, and it's going through for one behind to the Tigers.
I didn't see who kicked it, but
Greg Juniper, the fullback from Palm Beach, kicking in, and he's had a big game today.
I'd say he's by far their best players, no question about that.
At the Fisher. Fisher takes a mark on the western side, grandstand side, over to Peter Goody. Takes a mark, handball to Rover right, kicking down left foot, and it's been taken.
It's a good mark. Great mark.
Trevor Crowley from Labrador, in about the centre half back position.
Top captain's mark.
He's had a big game today.
Oh, he's lost the game.
Kicks over towards Hall, going for the mark, takes the mark.
He's very close to one of the best on the ground, Hall.
Yes.
It's a lousy kick.
Peter Goody going through, picks up the ball, kicks back towards the centre. Jeff James coming in, taking good mark in the centre. This could be too late, however. The quarter started, got a lot to catch up. 7 goals odd. Kicks down towards the half forward, going Timmy Deacon coming through, trying to pick up the ball, and he's missed it. Labrador taking it through to the fence. Good defence by Labrador. They take it through and across to the other side. Scoreboard side.
Pat Christoffel taking it to the centre of the ground. Labrador still in charge. Yes, out of the centre. Murray Osborne's taking the ball up to the half-forward line to mark to Palm Beach. And this fella, this Juniper, has not stopped all day in defence. Terrific game. It's a pity some of his mates haven't done the same thing. Kick down in the wing, terrific mark. Rowan Wright kicks it forward out to the wing. Good push out, colossal.
Rod Hall picks up left foot again. Good pass too.
Marked by Chris Kelly in the
forward pocket.
Forward pocket.
He should have a go at this.
Looks like he's kicking it in short. Nearly a one-handed mark. No. Palm Beach clear from defence. Out on the flank. Rod Brown almost took a terrific mark. They're still in possession. Gary Brewster kicked it to centre half forward, and it's marked to centre half forward by Chris Kelly. Now he should be able to kick this. I think the wind's dropped. I would slight favour towards the Palm Beach Currumbin goals, but I can't see a reason. I mean, he's a good kick at the ball. The distance shouldn't be a problem.
And I can see 14 goals coming up here for Labrador at this stage of the game. If he's any good.
Bit of a staggered start. He's had second thoughts.
It's a pity we've had the win today. It sort of made things very awkward for players. Looks pretty good.
It's marked right on the goal line. That's the goal. It's been kicked through. It's paid the goal, I'd say.
I don't know.
Rod Hall, I think, has kicked it there. Rod's taken it and kicked the ball through.
It's been paid. 14 goals, 14 now. To Labrador, to Palm Beach, 6 goals, 7. So they're...
What's amazed me, Murray, is the blokes like the Mark Fishers, the Goodies, the people who've been around for some time, Scotty Lawtons and so on, and Jeff James, just don't seem to be, doing what they should in the grand final. I mean, they were I thought, for favourites for today, and it's just a complete turnaround.
Yes, you wouldn't think a side as good as Palm Beach, the way they've led right through the year, can come out in the grand final.
It's remarkable.
Play so poorly.
Absolutely remarkable.
But that's the way it goes in football.
So
here's Jeff James coming out on the wing, on the grandstand wing now. 2 bounces, gets boot the ball down to the forward line, but Labrador defender coming through with a punch. He's punched it, and she's gone out of bounds on the grandstand side.
Maury. Full credit to Greg Juniper today for the effort he's put in for Palm Beach.
Yes, he'll have to be one of the best on the ground and easily the best player for Palm Beach Currumbin.
At least he can hold his head up high. He's done a
Go,
superb
Rover.
job. Rowan Wright takes the ball.
Yes. Gold Coast representative player.
It's good mark in the centre.
Christopher, I think, is it? Nice left foot kick down Christopher.
It's a good mark for Palm Beach Currumbin last the centre half back.
We've had so many winners today, Labrador too. All around the ground you can see these players have had plenty of winners, and full credit to them.
So that's sort of typical of the way they've been playing all day, Palm Beach. I mean, they get the ball and just sort of can't capitalise, can't do anything with it.
Run out of bounds here. Over Chris Wright from Palm Beach Currumbin.
The fact that when they had the wind in the second quarter, and they got the wind now and just can't do a thing with it. That's Brewster, Gary Brewster, the ball driving it down the centre half forward. Ball's come to the ground. Chris Kelly, good pass, good hand pass across. It's a point. Let's put it through for a point.
It's been a good crowd here today for the grand final. I was quite surprised when I came in today. It's a very good crowd indeed, and the service of the ground is quite okay considering.
Yeah, the conditions are perfect.
54 days without rain, and I think Labrador, right from the word go, they kicked straight, they kicked deep, they caught Palm Beach Currumbin off guard, and they drove them back. We saw Labrador with 4 or 5 goals on the board very early, and Palm Beach Currumbin never recovered from that early start from Labrador.
Yeah, very true indeed. We've got the run on now here, Palm Beach. They're going down the outside wing near the scoreboard. But the kicker's misdirected.
Just too strong a defence.
And
it's cleared by Crowley again, back line. You got the run on the ball, I mean, they straight over the top, and here go Labrador again.
Labrador are toying with Palm Beach Currumbin.
Yeah. Who's number 27? Oh, Anthony Barry. Anthony Barry.
Palm Beach in possession down towards the centre half forward line. They've had a few quiet plays, but there's a good long kick down towards Deacon, but he's outmarked.
Colossal mark.
A good defence by Labrador once again.
Whatever they try and do, Palm Beach, they just can't get into it.
Over towards Rob Hall, 3 yards in front of his opponent there. He's had a big game.
Actually, Mick Kenny, I thought, was probably going to be one of the in the top 3, but I haven't seen Mick get a kick yet this quarter.
Under the forward pocket, Gavin Folan going in, having a run there with Juniper. It's handball over and will run out of bounds on the western side of the oval.
Ray Poulter will be over at the completion of the game with the man of the match, the man of the grand final, and I saw him Ray at 3/4 time, and he said, I've got a few problems. There's some very good players on the field for Labrador.
There is, very true indeed.
Excellent players.
You saw Dick Reynolds here, I suppose. He's enjoying the game, triple Brownlow medalist. Well, Jeff James have been penalised out there.
Can't do a thing right.
And
almost got 50 metres. Should have actually got 50 metres, but not that I agree with the 50-metre rule at all, Murray. So
back they go, Labrador. Typical of what we've seen from Labrador all day today. Danny Noonan, number 29, gets the handballs over.
Back again, it's Rowan Wright again. He's been very prominent. Murray this quarter.
He's playing well. Yep. There's a high kick down towards the pocket.
This is Kelly now. He's had a terrific quarter. Very, very smart play.
There's a shot for goal. I think he might have dobbed it.
Garrett, it's a goal.
It's a very, very nice goal.
Excellent football. Wayne Garrett. Where does Wayne come from, Murray?
I don't know.
Is he not a local?
Actually, I don't know too many of these players, not having seen them very often this year. But a good side, Labrador.
And Bob Holmes is apparently heading for Champagne.
Sorry?
Bob Holmes heading for Champagne.
Yes, I would say so.
Box Hill. Warwick Treasurer is one of the stalwarts from the Gold Coast, and the Treasurer at Service Pro has just informed us that he's a Box Hill boy, so there's plenty of good players come out of that area.
Was and knows them all. driven down to the half-forward line, Labrador, doing it well. Gavin Foran gets a clip behind the ear. It's play on, however, and Palm Beach Currumbin take it down on the scoreboard side.
I don't know how much time we've got left. What would you envisage? Probably 15 minutes or 10 minutes to go. Timekeeper,
Yes.
Mr. White just informed us that we've got about 10 minutes to go in the game, and like at 15:15 to 6-7, it's it's a one-horse race.
Graham Manning goes in and gets clobbered for the ball.
This is Anthony Barry again.
Gavin Foran going in again, number 7. Oh, Palm Beach in this.
They're still
hand.
trying. I mean, they just can't get it past the forward line every time. They look at this. Here they go again, just doing what they want to at will. Labrador.
This boy's played fairly well as Juniper. He's got quite a few kicks during the day.
Yeah, I think he's played well.
Jeff James is mauled and must get a free kick surely.
In the back, whatever, a mark.
Bruce Williams must be a very unhappy man, coach of Palm Beach Currumbin. I mean, he's done a good job right through the year, got them where they should be in the grand final, but today cannot do a thing.
But as you said before, mate, it does happen, doesn't it? I mean, you go right through a situation where you finish on top, and all of a sudden it comes to the big one, and that's what it's all about.
It can't
that one day.
That's right.
It's a shocking kick.
That's a nice kick down.
Straight to Labrador. Labrador
He's
clear
played
up
a good game too. Brown on the back line there, number 19 for Labrador. Had a big game in defence.
This is Chris Kelly again with the ball. A super mark, actually, probably the mark of the day.
Very
From
good.
Dale Lawrence, actually Dale Lawrence come to Gold Coast. He was with Southport and shifted over to Labrador. He's the son of one of the St Kilda's
Barry
former
Lawrence.
champions, Barry Lawrence.
Oh, is that right, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, good. He's played a good game today.
Has played a good game. Here he goes. He's just done it straight round his opponent. And Palm Beach are cleared. It's shocking. I mean, he had time to kick the ball. I mean, he could have steadied and kicked the ball instead of kicking on the ground.
Well, they've got a run here now, Den, going down the half, now past the scoreboard. It's a long kick to the forward line. However, Trevor Crowley is in front position, quite easy. Handballs over.
Easy.
And as we say many times, Labrador clear the ball down the field again.
Well, the scores, as we said, at the moment, 15-15, 105 to 6-7-43. And here they are again.
Yeah, Christopher. No, Cullen, sorry.
They just can't get the ball down there.
Over to Denny Noonan.
Nobody at home for Palm Beach. They're running at will, Labrador. They're just toying with the Palm Beach Currumbin side at the moment.
It's a lovely, well, he didn't pay the mark, but it was very, very close.
Suck in.
Here they are again. They've got no one up forward at all, Palm Beach. No one at all. Boys are getting it down there several times. They just can't, there's no one to capitalise on it.
I think they'll be very glad when the siren goes, Palm Beach Currumbin. I think they've had a really bad day. That's a pity, but that's the way it goes.
Well, I don't know how true it is. They tell me that Bob Holmes won't see the last 3 or 4 minutes of play. He's too busy getting the tops off.
Rightly so. They played a fantastic game. So is this fella's Rowan Wright in this last quarter. He hasn't made a mistake. Holding the man. Well, I thought it should have been a free kick, but it's play on. And it'll go out of bounds. No, yes. No, ball's still in play on the...
I thought the extra writing was on the wall last weekend when Labrador finished off that last quarter against Surfers Paradise. It was they really started to hit their straps, and they've continued right on from there today.
Yeah, that's right.
Maury, Labrador haven't slackened off this time. Even on the big break, the big lead that they have, they are still going in hammer and nail, and they're not giving Palm Beach Currumbin a looking.
Very true. Neville Fields is down there, the coach, and I mean he's done a great job, and he deserves a great deal of credit for the Labrador win today.
In fact, he actually resigned as coach, didn't he? And then was reappointed again, came back again.
Yep.
I noticed that Peter Goggins coming on. I just can't see who the players is coming off. It looks like he's limping off the ground. Is it Dale Lawrence, is it? Yeah, Dale Lawrence is coming off, and Peter Goggins is going to replace him.
Well, I find it hard to pick the best player for Labrador. They've had so many today. They've named about 10.
Very, very hard, particularly this last quarter. A few fellas that have jumped back into the limelight. Number 8, that Rowan Wright's is certainly doing everything.
And punch. And it's going to run out of bounds.
Chris Kelly was a doubtful starter in the middle of the week through injury, and he's taken his place this afternoon. Also had a strong game for Labrador.
Very strong.
Well, the ball's got Peter Goody goes in there and lies over the ball. However, it's come out. Labrador, Palm Beach have got it. Kicks down towards the scoreboard, but here's Labrador.
There's a free kick. There's a free kick going back to the Palm Beach Currumbin. Yeah, he's pushed in the back. I think it's Nick Warden just taking the kick. It is a shame, though. I mean, no one likes losing a grand final, and particularly with the way Palm Beach have prepared themselves, and like they're just not in it at all, are they? It's just like a practice match.
It was over at half-time, I think, the game. That was the unfortunate part of it. Never mind, the balls trickle over out of bounds on the scoreboard side, and I wouldn't think there'd be too long to go, perhaps another 5 or 6 minutes.
That'll be about it, I'd say. Mr. Timekeeper, how many minutes do you think we'd have left? About into the time-on period.
There's Rod Brown again, got a kick down there on the scoreboard side, and he's played a great game. Down it goes. Juniper's come out there. But Goggin
Peter Goggin
takes the ball and drives it downfield. Gavin Follen coming out, scoops up a nice turn, Gavin. Turns around, drives towards the goal.
It's
this time,
shocking.
And a good mark
by Palm Beach. They're switching play over to completely the other side of the ground. Lovely kick, great disposal of the ball.
They're getting some kicks now, but it's about 3/4 too late.
Much too late. But they used to be able to get it past their half-forward line. It's just like the defence has been, it's been an easy defence. Look at this. Yeah. Just at will.
Many good players. Cullen once again picks out Noonan.
He shouldn't be on it. I mean, regardless. I mean, they're just standing their own.
Looking for a handball. None is forthcoming.
No pressure at all.
Drives over. Manning comes through for Palm Beach Currumbin, and he scoops it up. Yes,
he's
trying to get it. Now he's got it, and he drives down towards the centre half-forward line.
No one there, not a soul.
Once again, Osmond from Labrador drives out towards the boundary, and I think it'll trickle over the boundary line.
It's out of bounds. Well, a beautiful day and a terrific crowd and the standard of football. Well, there's no doubt about Labrador has been playing terrific football for the first 3 quarters, but this last quarter really has been just a cakewalk. There's been nothing in it, has it? I mean, no skills, nothing.
I was hoping for a repeat of the Hawthorn-Geelong game where there'd be 2 or 3 points in the last kick of the game. But,
well, I think everyone expected that too, Mike. They're just doing it too easy. They've got players running past all the time. Goggins been caught with the ball up in the forward pocket, but Palm Beach have got out of trouble, out of defence. It's a little bit too late.
Yes, interesting. A lot of the crowd has stayed. Most of the crowd has stayed until the end, but Crowley again, kicking towards the wing. I think it'll beat them all. Rod Hall, has he taken the mark?
I think he has. Yes, he's taken the mark. Oh, it's colossal. I mean, he's on two opponents then. He went straight past the 2 of them. And I mean, the game's all over, but he's still, the endeavour from him has been colossal.
I think he's looking for Gavin Follen.
No. Palm Beach get the ball out of the fence. It's a good pass. Can they do something? Can they at least get a goal in the dying minutes and do something?
Jeff James trying to scoop it up.
Chance now. There's two of them.
Whitworth.
Now's the chance here. Now, can Palm Beach kick a goal from here?
He's having a deliberate go. I think he's off line.
It's a point.
He's off line.
Cannot take a trick.
Cameron Pill, fullback.
Yeah, it's good for Fieldsy, isn't it, though, Murray?
No, they won all over the ground today. You can't deny them the flag, and they'll be very happy. The reserves, of course, the turnaround. Palm Beach, a good win in the reserves, but they couldn't carry it through to the senior side.
All they're doing is just passing the ball.
Steele kicks downfield, looking again.
Just pleasing themselves.
Palm Beach could have a chance here to pick up. Fumbled by Peter Goody coming through, has a chance, handballs over. Nearly caught with it again. Now Palm Beach are on a roll here. Here's little Chrissy Wright coming through. Can he pick it up?
Right.
Taps it on. Coming over towards the boundary line and
Kicked it out of bounds on the full last
kicked it out.
night.
He did too. Anyway, never mind.
He's going to throw the ball in.
Only minutes here to go in the grand final.
Yeah, they'll be celebrating shortly. I mean, the corks, I think there's about 14 bottles of champagne have been opened already. Corks are popping all over the place here. Absolutely fantastic. And good on them too. I mean, as I say, last year's effort was most disappointing, and this year they've got up. Colossal effort. Well, Lord Ryan Wright's just come off the ground. I noticed Murray's, I don't know who his replacement was. I didn't notice that, but he's just come off the ground. He played a great game.
Yeah, Chris Kelly has got the ball here in front of us.
Yeah, good little play.
Yes. Dying moments of the game, drives it down. Punched away there. Palm Beach have a chance. Over it goes.
No, the umpire's coming. He's stepped in. He's going to book someone. No, he's decided not to. It's a good decision, Murray. I mean, tempers are getting a little bit heated this time of the day.
I think he might have been sent off.
I think he has too.
10 minutes.
And that's it. I think it's Peter Goggin
I
too.
think it is too, yeah.
It doesn't really matter. He was a bit silly, but still. Ball's coming down the Palm Beach forward line. Still can't do anything with it.
Well, full credit.
I agree with you.
Full credit to Palm Beach, though. They're still trying, even though they're 9 or 10 goals behind. Palm Beach is still in there trying, and that's good for the side.
Yep.
Back to the game.
Anthony Barrett. Who's this with the ball? It's just kicked up in the forward. It's a bit hard to see. This fella, he hasn't stopped all day, really. I mean, if you give an A+, I mean, this Greg Juniper, I think it's been dead set Palm Beach is the best player by a street.
Trevor Crowley.
Clearing the ball again from the back line.
Over there to Rod Brown. Oh,
Yeah,
they've had big games.
That's Christopher. He's played well too, mate.
He's done well.
Yeah.
Done well indeed.
It's a mark in the forward. Here he goes again, Rod Hall. Well, when you look at it, Murray, I mean, we're looking at a few players that we're sort of singling out as the best players on the ground. I thought young Lawrence played well at Mick Kenny.
Yep.
He's been out of it in this quarter, though, and Rod Hall hasn't stopped all day. We have to wait for the adjudication at the end of the game, I suppose, to see who is the man of the match.
Oh, there'll be several. There'll be several.
Oh, have to be,
match.
isn't it? No, it's gone through for a point.
I see Cliff Deacon walking through there. His son out there playing today, Tim Deacon, and
Well, knowing Cliffy pretty well, he's probably going to go walk. He's walked through there, but he's going to the back door, I think. Saying his young son's in a side that's going. And Cliff hasn't got a big sense of humour, but he's not a bad bloke.
no, disappointing for the Palm Beach people today.
It's a shame. Still, you always have to have a lose, and if you're going to lose, you might as well do well.
Oh, this is right. Well, it's good to share around a bit. I mean, Palm Beach have been in there for a number of years, but it's Labrador's turn this year. They've come good. They've deserved their flag, and good luck to them.
Most definitely.
We'll get Ray across at the end of the game, and Ray can announce his man of the match.
That's a hard job, Ray Polder.
I don't know how you're going to do it, Ray. You've got to go run through them. We're just talking to Ray Polder, who's ex-Richmond champion from only a few years ago, Ray, and you've got to look at you got Crowley's done a good job in this quarter, Rod Hall, Rowan Wright, number 8's done a terrific job, Christopher, Rod Brown, Mick Kenny, Brewster, Anthony Barry. Now, it's going to be a hard one for you to try and pick the best player. And, of course, the player, number 22 for Palm Beach Currumbin, Greg Juniper in the back line. With a bit. Excellent player. Excellent player.
Ray will probably come out and say Dick Reynolds.
Well, that's what he probably will do. I mean, no, Ray, knowing his best mate, Dick, he probably will put him in the line. I mean, Dick's standing at the front out there anyway. Don't make a mistake, Ray. Put Dicky's name. That's it, there's the siren. Final siren,
Labrador.
Labrador 15-16, 106, defeated Palm Beach Currumbin 6-8-44. Just get one of the legends of football, Mr. Ray Polder, in here to come here, Ray, to announce the panel have decided. Ray, the panel have made a decision on very, very hard one, I guess, of who is the best on the ground overall.
Very hard.
What side and the player?
It had to be Labrador, Rod Hall, number 4.
Yeah, a great decision, yeah. Well,
you could have put another 4 in.
Exactly, yeah. No, it was a good decision. I mean, Rod Hall, up to three-quarter time, I thought that Rod was doing as well as 2 other players, probably a little bit more, but in that last quarter, he did far more.
Yeah, but he done a lot. He done a lot early, Dennis, when he was wanted.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. And they were still going at the finish.
It was a good decision, yeah, right to the end. I mean, a terrific job.
Very good, yeah.
So, Labrador, premiers for 1991, and Palm Beach Currumbin taking out the, well, you know, it's one of those situations. You only have one winner, Ray?
Yes, only one winner, Dennis.
And on today's effort, well,
Labrador could be a good omen for the colours next year in AFL.
It could be. Oh, Ray Polder, ex-Richmond person.
Sorry, the corks are popping out there.
Yeah, big crowd, and there'll be celebrations at Labrador tonight, that's for sure. And they deserve every bit of it too.
Well, once again, thanks to Dave in the first quarter, to President Max McDonald, to Dennis Ashcroft and Maury Service. Thanks, fellas, for your help, and to Ray Polder, the man of the match. We'll be back very shortly with a presentation to the Labrador senior side. Celebrations will be going on long into the night at Labrador this evening. Some very happy Labrador players and supporters. And they're just coming across now to the dais for the presentation. President of the Gold Coast Australian Football League, Max McDonald, about to make the presentation for winning side.
And we need that ship we've been asking for. Bob, have you got that shirt available for me, please? Bobby G.
Too much. How are you,
Just an announcement tonight, there is a match at 5 p.m. to go to Palm Beach. Currumbin Football Club, commiserations. You won the Lightning Premiership for 91, and also won the Club Championship. So I think that's worthy of a round of applause. Let's get on with the presentations. First player up, the Labrador, Peter Goggin. Peter Goggin, come on, fellas, be ready. Next player up is Chris Kelly. Next player up, incidentally, you have to remember the Mates Award goes to this player, and that will be presented at the week's presentation night, Friday the 20th, at Palm Beach, Currumbin. His name, Rob Hall. Next player up, Rowan Wright. Rowan Wright, please, is the next player. Rowan Wright. The next player, Pat Christopher. Next player, another aggressive player, of course, and that is Dean Cullen. Next player up, Rain Giraffes. Rodney Brown. Rod Brown.
Oh, Stone McCrow. Sorry, Digger. Bloody hell.
The next player up is Mick Kenny.
You get us on camera, did you? The big ass.
The next player up being a great player for Gold Coast Australian football, Gavin Forward. The next player up is Dale Lawrence. Dale Lawrence. The next player up is Murray Osborne, well known as Aussie. Next player up, Cameron Pill. Next one up, Leon Jones. Leon Jones. Come on, Turk, up you get. He needs a few fillings by the look of it. Okay, the workhorse in my opinion, Danny Newman. Next one up, Rob Brewster. Rob Brewster. Next player up, Mark Steele. Next player up, Tony Berry. Tony Berry. Next player up, Simon Windsor. Next player up is Jeff Tyler. Jeff Tyler. Next one goes to an important part of the team is Peter Fraser. Peter Fraser about. The next one, Bobby G. The next one is Ray Downs. Ray Downs. next one is Ken Stevens. Peter Fraser there anywhere? Next one out is Paul Breeder. Next one is Kevin Hyde. Next one, the next presentation, Jack Granby. The next one, to Ray Putland. The next presentation is the captain of the side for 1991, Trevor Crowley. The next one is the coach of the successful 1991 Premiership side, Neville Field. No means least is the president of the Labrador Football Club, and I'm sure he's pretty ecstatic about this one, Bobby Holmes. Just in closing, may I add that once again, sportsmanship has prevailed with the Palm Beach boys. We know how you feel, fellas, I can assure you of that. But you made this season very competitive. You can only do your best in anything. And once again, congratulations on a very good effort to do what you've done. Righto, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me very great pleasure in presenting the 1991 GCAFL Premiership Cup to the captain, which is Trevor Crowley, Neville Field's the coach, and the president, Bob Holmes. Thank you.
Once again, congratulations go to the Labrador Tigers. A tremendous victory, a well-deserved victory this afternoon over Palm Beach Currumbin. A very happy Labrador contingent. The coach, we've got President Bob Holmes.
Australian Football Club has done an outstanding effort in hosting their first ever grand final.
To the coach Neville Fields, the captain Trevor Crowley, to President Bob Holmes, to the committee of the Labrador Football Club, all the supporters, and last but not least the players for taking up the 1991 Grand Final. Congratulations, Labrador. That completes our coverage of the Grand Final. Good afternoon, everybody.
We never